Welcome back to Saxthorpe Farm, and it is a welcome back because we have already had one episode on here and I didn't quite like it. So we're having a bit of a do-over. We're starting again. Few similar bits of kit. Well, one, probably the trailer. I've kept the 7810, and yeah, we've purchased most of the things we need. But yeah, bit of a do-over. So let's get into it. So what I've done is I've sold the majority of the starter land. I've kept this little plot down here, and I've left plot 48 because the silos are on there, so it's saying you need to delete them, but I don't really want to. So I've sold the trailer that you start off with as your farmhouse. So we'll have to place one up at our new farm. So we are up here, north of the map, and you can see we own all of this land. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fields, and the farmland in the middle. Now this is predominantly a cow farming map, but I really want to try sheep. So I've done cows on Calmsden, doing cows on the Oaks when we get back to that series, doing pigs on Court Farm, and yeah, I thought sheep would be a bit of a change. So we've got Mace Plus installed, enhanced animal system, all that jazz. So we're going to be running that on here as well. But first job of the day is we've got a couple, I think maybe actually 3 fields to get harvested. So for that we need a harvester and go big or go home. So we've gone for the, what is it, CR1090, which I don't think I've used, but I wanted to try another New Holland. I quite like them and see quite a few New Hollands around me, so I thought, why not? We are right next to the silo that I've put in, so this is one of the ones included with the map in the mods list. So that is the plan. We're going to use that one. As for the yard, we're going to leave it as is for now. You can see we've got a couple of cow sheds at the back, and there's also a couple of free range cow pastures in this area behind the shed. And we'll get to that in another episode. We'll have a bit of a redevelop so that we can put the sheep in. But for now, I have sent the class tractor and the trailer to field 30, so we need to head there in the combine. So we're making a start with wheat. Now you can see bottom left, we are running precision farming, and you'll see that the yield is horrendous. You can see all the weeds, so yeah, we'll have to work to improve that. Now the only thing that I haven't installed is Simple Inspector. Dull. There has been a lot of back and forth, in and out the game, because I keep forgetting mods that I want. So I need to work out where the tractor is. Let's have a quick... oh, that might be why. There we go. See, with Simple Inspector, I've known that that was stuck. There we go. Super. Right, that is on its way. And we can continue. Probably should have turned before lowering the header down. Would help. There we go. So plan is kind of similar to what we're doing on Port Farm, in the sense that I want to be able to grow the different feeds that we need for the sheep using Maize Plus, and not just use hay and fresh grass. Is it fresh grass or conditioned grass? That's the kind of, not cheaty, but easier way to do it. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll have a bit of an experiment. We'll do some whole crop. We will do hay. But there's the root crops, grain grist, all that sort of stuff that we can get into. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit of fun. It is good to be back on a Farm Sim Briscoe map and actually not experience it, because I experienced it properly when I was filming the time-lapse ones. I say ones because I've done about 3, so bin them off and, like I say, started again. But yeah, it's nice to talk to you whilst experiencing it and taking in all the little details that Farm Sim Briscoe has added. And I know some might say, well, you're ripping up and changing the map in the future. It's not as intended, but hopefully the changes that we make will be subtle enough that you won't actually really notice them. It'll just be a different animal type that we're farming with. So that's my plan. So I'm going to crack on. It's not going to take long with this massive header. But yeah, 56%, 57% full. So jobs are good. And what I might do is finish recording this clip, drop out the game, come back in with Simple Inspector on so we can see what is actually going on with our hired help. In fact, there they are. I wonder if there's another gateway there that we need to open. I haven't actually explored too much of this area of the map. But yeah, so hopefully, well, we definitely will make it down to the start of the headland and we can get unloaded. So we are back, got Simple Inspector now, and I was right, there is a gateway there. That is the entrance to our little empire, we'll call it. Didn't make it all the way around. Go back to the combine and turn it on. Now I haven't set up the auto drive around the silo bit yet, so we will need to empty manually, but for a really poor yielding field, it's not the biggest. Yeah, a full combine load is not too shabby, so reasonably happy with that. So we'll get all unloaded, probably do another headland, I think, just to give ourselves plenty of turning space. But that's that all unfolded. Auger in and turn back on. There we go. We'll keep the straw for now. It's going to be another bit of income if and when we need it. So I did just chuck a load of money in. Bought what I wanted and just set up the land as best I could, or what I thought would be a nice area, a nice block of land for us to work around in. Yeah, just trying to, as always, trying to do something a little bit different. Doesn't always work, but yeah, it's got to be the aim, hasn't it? So the fields that we've got, this one here I think is cotton. We are going to need some grassland, and what I'm thinking is anywhere that we've got crops that don't really grow in the UK, i.e. cotton, we will just drill over them with probably grass, I think. But we'll take a better look at what we've got in a bit. So let me do another headland and I'll catch back with you when we are doing the up and down rows. So we've filled the trailer. I'm being lazy, not emptying it just yet. We'll see how much we can cram into the combine. I mean, there's probably another full load in here, I guess. What we do need to do is buy all of the soil maps for the fields that we've got. And I was just quickly looking, and so we've got 2 fields of cotton. So the plan would be to, once we've done this harvest, we will grab the horse drill that we've got, and we'll start to drill grass in those. Alright, it's a bit of a waste. They are quite substantially grown. But, yeah, we're alright for money. We don't need the income, so why not? And we need the grass to feed the sheep. So that's the plan. So what I'll do is we will keep running, and then we'll grab a tractor. So we bought a T7 with maxed power, as you do. So hopefully that can run the drill. Now I can't remember the exact name of the one that I got, but it's one from the horse aggravation pack. Thought make use of it whilst we have the money. So that is the plan. Now I need to buy seed and fur and all that jazz, and we'll probably need to lime, which, yeah, I've done a lot of lately, so that may be done off screen, I think. But yeah, we'll do it. You know, we won't skip the process. If fields need ploughing, then we'll have to sort that as well. So yeah, plenty to be doing. So with a full combine and a full trailer, I love that animation. That is so cool. We need to get the trailer emptied. Now the good thing about this yard is it's quite spacious, so we should be able, he says, to modify the auto drive route to encompass the silo. But I'll have a play with that off screen. It's manageable for now. There we go, nearly all tipped. And then we'll make the long drive back to the field. And that's what I like about this yard, is actually we've got everything around us. You know, we've got a lot satellite farm in the middle, and the field's nice and close, so carting times are minimal. Nice bumpy entrances. Gone the wrong way. We'll go this way. We can't go this way. We'll get the combine unloaded. And the good thing about where we are is the fact that hopefully the combine won't have to spend too much time on the narrow British roads, because it is a bit of a beast, but why not? Why not? We'll treat ourselves. So that can sit there. We'll turn the engine off on that. No, in fact, we'll leave it on, because then once I tab out of it, we can still see how much is in there. So while we're doing that, we've got the New Holland T7 with the Massey baler on. Is it Massey? Yeah, Massey baler. We've got the 7810, just because I love the sound of them. We've got the Brown trailer. We've got the New Holland telehandler with the cherry bag lifter. And we've got the Porsche Avatar 1225 SD. That is going to be a bit of a beast, that is. That's going to rip through the land. So that's what we've got so far. Obviously, plus the combine, the class, Axion, and the trailer. So, yeah, like I say, when we need stuff, we'll buy it. But for now, let's get back to the combine, put the auger in, turn the beacons off, stick VCA back on, and continue to finish the field. Last pass through the field, and I was just reminded of, I can't remember which day it was, Ollie Blogs and the missed bit of a canola field, OSR, canola, same thing. I can't remember if they got rained off or something, but he was on the way to another field or doing something and was driving around this field, and he was like, oh, we've missed a bit. So yeah, I was just, yeah, made me chuckle that, yeah, misfits do actually happen in real life. So that's all that in there. We can now head over to the trailer, get the auger out, And once we've done this, we'll tip what we've got in the silo. There we go. And we'll purchase... Let's let that save. So, we might as well just work around. Purchase the soil information. Yes. 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 Oh. Yep. 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 And... Yep. Okay. Interesting. Quite a bit of silty clay. Yeah, which is not the best, is it? But never mind. But yeah, a few patches of nice bit of loam, sandy loam, and the odd bit of loamy sand. But yeah, not too shabby overall. So let's have a look at it's these two we want, isn't it? Let's see. So yeah, lime is atrocious as I thought. So we're going to need to get a spreader, get those limed, and then we'll come in with the Horsch avatar and drill the grass. I think it's going to be the best way to do it. Yeah, I think so. Everything else that is growing, we will leave. We may go over it with... yeah. We will definitely be fertilising the fields that we can, obviously. If they're ready to harvest, there's no point. But yeah, okay. Liming and nitrogen is definitely required. So let's get that folded up. We will close the... While the tool is filled. Oh, I've filled the trailer. Oh, wow. Okay. We'll put the auger back out. I'll empty the trailer, get the combine emptied, and then we'll crack on with the next job. So in the interest of trying to get as much done as possible, I have set the... start again, sorry. I've leased the Bredal, bought loads of lime, and I've set course plate running to get this field done. We can then move that on to the other cotton field, and then hopefully we can start getting some grass drilled. Now, we should have as well... Aha, we do. The New Holland and the baler. We've got the 7810 and the trailer here. So we can start the baling and get this field cleared. Now, we do have rain in the forecast, but I think I did have a quick look. It's about 5 PM. So, yeah, only for an hour. That's okay. Right, let's just have a look at what else we've got to do. We've got 28 to do. That's a big field, which is that canola? Yeah. And then we've got 29 to do as well. I have set things to 3-day months, but we'll be all right, actually. There's no rush. Cool. Job's a good one. Okay. So 3-day months will kick in from September. And then we can, just progress from there. So, with that, let's just check that that is... Look at that. Lovely, lovely green colour. So, we can now get this unfolded. Let's bring up the 240. Yes, okay. Get ourselves over here and we'll make a start. Probably do... There we go, the F. That's me reading the field 30 bit. The 7810 has now pulled forward. And there we go. Right. So, no idea how many bales we're going to get. But, like I said, it's all an income. Because, yeah, I mean, I leased the Bredal because it was about 80 grand to buy. And I'm pretty sure that we can find an alternative on Mod Hub. I'll tell you one thing I haven't done, actually, since creating the save, is have a look in the sales. There we go. Oh, haven't had a Fent for a while. May need to rectify that at some point, but yeah, nothing that really leaps out. That might be handy. Well, it'll have gone by the time we get to there, but when we start getting the wool from the sheep, but that's a reasonable deal. We're going to auto load bales. We don't need a weeder currently, but yeah, okay. Nothing at the minute, but we'll keep an eye on it. How is that doing? It's not going to take it long. It's got 8 minutes left. Try not to miss any. There we go. Right, I'll do a bit more of this, and I'll see you in a second. So field 40 is all limed. So now we're on to 33, which is this one on our right. Not that one. That's potatoes. That's going to be a massive job. But never mind. So let's just double check this. Yeah, cotton. Right. So let's get into the field. Bring up this one. We can generate a course. I think we'll do 2 headlands this time. Generate me a course. Thank you. And start. Lovely. So bigger field. Hopefully we've got enough lime. But if we haven't, we'll just grab some more. So back to the baling, which we've nearly finished. We've got 16 bales so far. So jobs are good un. So I think what we'll do for the remainder of the episode is we'll get this baled, we'll get them picked up. We will then move to the canola field and get that harvested. And then next time we can be doing the oat field, I want to say. Was it oats? It was oats. Yes. Actually, no, I tell a lie. We're going to do the oat field today. Don't look at the PDA and drive, kids. Don't look at the PDA and drive. Right, let's try that again. So, yeah, we'll do the oat field today because it's smaller. And then we'll do the canola one next time, when we can also then start the drilling of the grass. Probably going to be in the same game day. What I might do is, once we've collected the bales and baled the oat field, is we'll stick the 7810 on a mulcher, which we'll have to purchase or lease, just so we can really maximise our yields. So that is the plan. Now we've only got what, a couple of passes at the bottom and a couple of up and downs, and we'll be done. So we can then drop the baler off, grab the trailer. There is going to need to be, I did look actually, when I tipped the last load of wheat in the silo, I couldn't have probably put the silo in a worse place. There's lots of auto drive routage going on around the bunkers, so there's going to need to be a bit of a rethink on my part for that. But like I say, something to sort off screen, not necessarily between this episode and the next, because I may well be doing them back to back if time allows, but we'll get it sorted at some point. So it's not a massive distance to cart, so yeah, we can manage for now. Right, I will get the baling done, and I'll see you when we're going to pick them up with the, however you say it, trailer and the 7810. Well, I've done the first few just because if you haven't watched in multiplayer with Disturbed, I had an absolute complete brain, how to put this nicely, malfunction when trying to use an auto-load trailer. I think because either using universal auto-load or like the normal bale stackers, I've just completely forgotten the keybind for using a trailer like this. So yeah, bit of a noob, but we're on it now, and the 7810 really does quite look the part, and I love the sound of them. I was what's I doing? Oh, playing Dad's Taxi the other weekend, and was at queuing at a roundabout, and could hear this like sort of turbo whistling, grunty noise, and yeah, there was a 7810 behind, a couple of cars back with a grain trailer on, and yeah, it sounded the absolute part. So yeah, it was quite cool to see, and well, hear more so. Yeah, the actual real life noise. So 22 bales off that, which is not, oh no, missed one, which is not bad going really. So what, that'll be 23, lovely. Shame we haven't got another one, but we'll get some off the oat field as well. Did I miss any more? Don't think so. Did we throw any into the canola field when we went through the hedge? Not that I can see. We'll find them at some point anyway if I have. Right, so turn off auto load. Can we strap it? Can, but it doesn't make any difference. We won't unload it to the trailer. Otherwise, yeah, the mass will get transferred and we won't be going anywhere. So we can put this in the yard somewhere for now. In fact, we've got quite a big open shed, so I might actually unload into there. We are gonna need some lime, I think. Looking at Simple Inspector, we've got 8% left, and it's got 8 minutes, so it's got a fair way to go. And not a lot of lime, so we may have to get some delivered to the field. So this is the shed I'm on about. There we go. Park that in there for now. I mean, look at these textures. How good do they look? Awesome. Right. Oh, nice swinging. What do you call it? Anti-spray mud flap thing. Technical term. Right, I will see you when we start harvesting the oats, I think. I'm going to go and sort the lime out for the worker, and I'll be back in a minute. So into the oat field, and a very similar story on the yield, but nothing that we can do about that. I have refilled the Axion and the Breedle spreader. Well, no. I've refilled the Breedle spreader. There we go. That's better. I'm loving the windmills. There's probably a more technical name, and the fact that they're stood still, which, unfortunately, from the amount that I've seen, make it sound like I'm a windmill spotter. But it seems, I don't know if anybody else in the UK or indeed elsewhere has noticed this, that they don't seem to operate very often. I can't think where I've been where I've seen some off the coast, and it's, you know, very specific type of wind. Can't operate when it's too windy, and yeah, I don't know, wind power. Yeah. Alternative energy. Renewable energy is the word. But yeah, one of them. So, I do like the map boundary though. I think that's one thing that from the oaks that Farms in Briscoe does incredibly well is make a very immersive map boundary. So with the oaks, I'm not finished with that series. We've just took out, say just, feels like it probably is months ago since I was on it. But yeah, we've just took out a massive loan to purchase some more land. So yeah, we need to clear that, but I'm really glad that we've started this again. It sits a lot better with me. I know I keep harping on about it, but yeah, very glad to be doing a proper job with the playthrough now. Thank you, while I'm just rambling, thank you to the YouTube channel members and my Patreon. Thank you. You are all very, very much appreciated. So let's just clear that and stick that on. There we go. VCA again. Can't get enough of this mod. It's blooming brilliant. So yield, probably... It's difficult with oats, isn't it? But we're doing alright. In fact, we're just going to bring the header slightly more on the field. There we go. The worker has finished the liming. And they've turned the engine off so we can't see how much is left. But never mind. So, what else do we need to do today? I'm conscious of episode length and not doing too much, but also getting through the jobs as well. So let me have a think how we're going to finish up, and I'll be back with you in a second. Couple of headlands done, and we've emptied once so far. So yeah, oats, obviously, maybe not obviously, maybe this is the first ever farming simulator video you have ever watched, and or you. I jest. I can't be that bad. What was I saying? Wheat, barley, oats. Yeah, so wheat and barley yield a lot higher than oats, but you get a better price for oats per 1,000 litres. So, yeah, all good. Now, I think... So, end of the last clip. Ended a bit abruptly. One of my kids was ringing me after some money. Standard. So, yeah, wanted to get that answered. So, apologies if I was rushing the last bit of the clip. But what was this? We were talking about what we were going to do. So, I think for this one, as in this episode now, we are going to just finish the harvest in this field, get the oats off. I will then, we'll call it a quits there, and then we can, next time, we'll get this baled. We will start the, well, we'll actually probably get it finished, hopefully, the drilling of the grass, and we will set to mulching and liming the field of wheat that we've just cut and this field, potentially. Now, that sounds quite a lot, but yeah, I don't see why not. Seems doable. We can leave the canola a bit longer. Shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. Like I said, I think we're just going to start up. As soon as I've finished recording this one, we'll start up again and crack on. So yeah, that is the plan. 87%. Just lift that up and pull forward, get rid of the straw in a nice straight line. Stick cruise control back on again. Spin round using VCA. Get the header drop down. Auger out. And we'll go until we are full. So we've filled up the trailer, so that's been emptied, and we've just stuck another couple of 1,000 litres in it. Now, we may or may not keep hold of the oats. I'm thinking that there's grain grist that is one of the feed or potential feed categories for sheep. So that would have done the power food. So maybe if we can get some barley from somewhere, we may have the opportunity to do that. Can you tell I'm thinking out loud? I'm sat here stroking my beard. Yeah, I've made a couple of notes on things that I've forgotten to add. So one is the time-saving stock check. That mod is invaluable. Lumberjack mod, just because you never know when you're going to need to get rid of a tree. And I'm also thinking about using the sulky spreader. So I used that back on Calmsden and I don't think I've used it since. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I have. But that is awesome. Massive working width, decent capacity, so could be a decent one to purchase rather than buying the Breedle at like 80k. Yes, we may have to refill more often, but in the long run, I think probably better off money-wise. So, I'm no betting man, but I think the rest of this field will fit in the combine hopper, which is alright. Saves us a few trips carting. Yield is what it is this time. Next time, it will be significantly better. Now so we've got a field of sunflowers there, as you can see, and then sort of directly to the right of it here, there's a bit of a wooded area. So there's potential there for a bit of forestry maybe, and clear that, either make it into more of a field or do something else with it. Not sure yet, but there's plenty of time to plan things like that. So we are now at what, 30%? So yeah, it's all going to fit in this combine. So I'll do a little bit more and we'll catch back shortly. So on the last pass, and that's actually filled up the combine more than I thought it was going to. Hoping I don't have to eat my words, but I think we're going to be alright. But that's a decent yield. I was just looking actually, we got 51,000, let's call it 51,000 litres of wheat. We've already got 24,000 litres of oats. There is 12, no there's not, there's 2,000 litres in the trailer. 26, 39, 40,000 litres. It really is not too bad, and that's got to be the sort of benchmark for next time. Well, we probably won't do a similar crop, but yeah, I'm talking rubbish. Whatever we put in, it will yield better than what these have. Let's term it that way. Right. Quite a big lump of straw there. There we go. Let's get that unloaded into there. There we go. And I think that is where we're going to call it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Next time we'll be probably just as busy. So please do tune back in for that. But until then, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.